a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner.
Praying you guys don't hear the insane amount of wind outside right now. Don't know what the hell is going on, but let's continue Mojob. Actually, I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to do it like this, aren't I? No, that would have been bad. I can feel my eyes growing tired once more. Being up and moving helps keep me awake. Only barely, though. Jingo hands us worksheets and leaves us to pair up. Reed heads off to just barely finish it so that he can work on the first draft of their new song. Fang feels some pity for my broken down body and sticks to my side. Or maybe she's just feeling guilty for setting me up with Mo. A few more minutes of shut-eye while Fang takes care of the worksheet would be nice. Nuh-uh, you're not sleeping you're not sleeping your way through this shit. Okay, let's get down to business then. Actually, looking at the sheet, I start to realize Mozart really is a faggot. The class goes by quickly, and afterwards, on her way back to the bus stop, Fang juggles some ideas of how to kickstart their performance with me, and I try my best to give some advice. It mostly falls flat, but she politely nods and still entertains my ideas. We hug farewell at the bus stop before Fang runs off towards Nazer and I get on the bus. I fall asleep as soon as I come home. My alarm pulls me back from to the mortal coil. Holy shit, I've been out for 12 hours. I feel reborn. I've got a couple of missed texts from Fang, so I send back, I'm alive, fell asleep when I got home. Shower, breakfast, clothes, shoes, and self-defense utensils. Then I walk to the bus stop. Halfway through homeroom, I get a text from Fang. Hey, Cubo. Hey, Featherbrain. Want to meet on the roof during recess? Sure. I love that this game got so popular. It got like mods and fan games and stuff like that. That is really great. And we got I Want Hung a Gator to come out soon. Well, I'm not saying soon. Let's not rush the devs, everybody. Let's give them a cheer in the comment section for I Want Hug the Gator. The roof is empty save for us. Some cigarette butts from the last people that were up here playing hooky for letting off a faint smell of cheap tobacco and tar. The light breeze and distant sound of students loitering around the school's green areas are a nice backdrop. Fang and I finally finding a small window to spend some time away from the rest of the band is nice. Fang pulls out her pack of cigarettes, flicking it to shake out 2 cigarettes, and with one smooth motion, she nabs one with her snoot and reaches for the pack to me so that I can grab the other one. Oh wait, you had that trashy vape now, didn't you? The pack stops halfway. The outreach cigarette slowly retreats back to the safety of its brethren. Nah, I quit. Huh? You had that thing for a few days and already quit? Told you so. Stop buying cheap shit from from G Express. Mo helped too. You can't take all the credit. Reaching out for the cig before it disappears in the crowd, I find it snatched away by Fang once more right as my fingers are about to grasp it. Nuh-uh, so what happened? I sigh. Are you going to be like this today? Like what? A mischievous grin was spreading over her face. Like this. I have no idea what you're talking about. Now what happened to your super cool and healthy little gadget? Well, it was a normal night right after closing. Another great shift done, kid. Thanks, boss. You really starting to shape into something I'm proud of you. It was weird to hear it out loud. When was the last time someone told me they were proud of me? That was a long time ago. I'm sorry you're not getting enough care, kid. Just remember you're always welcome here now. Damn it, damn this mumbling. Uncle Mo's gonna be here. Now, time for a smoke break. It reminds me of my grandpa. A smoke break? I already took a vape earlier. Nah, a proper smoke break. None of them fancy machines you kids are using nowadays. You done good, so a little celebration is due. Mo insists that we head into his office for a little bit of rest and recreation. Not like I really can do anything to resist. The man is at least 4 times as big as me. Holy shit, he's got hookers and blackjack. Oh shit, he's got a nice office. Fuck. The room is large, but with all this stuff crammed in there, it can barely fit the 2 of us. A faint smell of cigar smoke and old books hangs over us like the ghost of bosses past. Wooden blinds cover the windows to the backyard. Portraits of pine strips suited, wearing patriarchs I almost fell. Throughout the ages stare down at us. Mo offers me to have a seat in one of the huge leather armchairs as he opens a cabinet and pulls out a bottle of amber liquid liquor, and a pair of cigars. He pours it up in 2 matching glasses and sets them down in front of us. Then he drops down into the armchair opposite of mine. He then proceeds to use a knife he seems to pull out of nowhere to cut the tips off the cigars. He puts one of the cigars into his mouth and pulls out a Zippo from his pocket and flicks it open with a click, and it lights it. Taking a deep drag and savoring the taste, he then lets out a puff of smoke that almost clouds the entire room. I pull out my pink bootleg Hi-Cat vape pen, aiming to follow suit. Mo shakes his head disapprovingly and sees me taking it out. Kid, you better not think of using that bubblegum flavored abomination in this here office. You'd be disrespecting my ancestors. Sorry, boss. Actually, that thing ain't good for you anywho, with all their fake oils and cheap synthetics. Lightning fast, he snatches it from my hand and shreds it with his teeth before letting it fall into the garbage can by his desk. That's cool. Only a month's earnings from scamming people in RuneScape gone in an instant. Jesus, wait a minute. Did that fucking actually say RuneScape? Oh, Run Escape. Oh, my brain immediately went to RuneScape. Holy shit. It only hurts a little. Mo picks up the other cigar and reaches out toward me. Here you go, fag. Actually, that's a cigar. I know it's a cigar. I'm calling you a fag. Now take it, light it up, puff it in your mouth, let it simmer, then breathe it out. None of that cheap, deep in the lungs, you kid, be doing nowadays, ruining your bodies and all that shit. Mo takes up his glass, curses, then calls out for Tony. A few drags later, a familiar face appears at the door. Hey, Tone! I need ya to ice Ann on here. Tony starts to move his hand toward the back of his pants, reaching for something as his eyes grow dark. I forgot the ice for the whiskey. It's been a long day. Tony abandons his previous actions and holy shit, he was gonna shoot us. That's what I thought he was gonna do. Tony abandons his previous actions and returns to his normal cheerful expression. Right on it, boss. As Tony see, I am a New Yorker, but trying to force a New York accent, it doesn't work. You gotta let me do it naturally, and doing it in like a different voice doesn't work. As Tony shuffles away, Mo turns to me once more. So, how the whole thing going with Lucy? You two getting along well? Were we? It felt right, yet I'm not used to this stuff. Relationships. I really like her, or them. Yeah, Lucy a good lass, as kind as they come. Mo takes a deep swig of whiskey, then stares out into the ether. Don't squander it, kid. They say it's better to love and lost than to never love at all. But losing love when you coulda hold on to it, that leaves a bad taste in your mouth. He drinks deep once more. So, you better push yourself to be the best yourself, you hear? What does that even mean? Boss? It means you only got a few months left of being a kid. It only means you got a few months left of being a kid that there in your fancy high school before you're cast out into the real world. You can't expect to be all grown up just from graduation. It's a process. He stops, seemingly thinking deeply about something. Tony shows up at the door. Not walks up to it. 1 second the door is empty and then the next he's there. Yo, got your covered, boss. He comes in with an ice tray and a pair of tongs, drops 2 ice cubes in each of our glasses, then leaves as quickly as he came. I'm out! He must have really practiced the art of being quick and silent. I never knew being a waiter required such skills. Now that the whiskey is properly served, I take a sip. The strong, biting taste immediately reminds me of the time I accidentally sipped some of my dad's way back when. But I stomach it, letting it swirl around in my mouth as it intermingles with the remaining flavor of the cigar. So, how you liking it? Grr. I cough to clear my throat, eliciting a smile from Mo. After the initial shock, it's quite nice. Heh. It puts hair on your chest, that's for sure. Then we talk about business and how to handle it. He tells me a lot about neckties and their intimidating effect, for some reason, which is a bit odd since I never seen him wearing... Oh, what? Anon, you want a necktie? I don't think you want one on neckties. Oh, poor Anon. Oh, Anon, you joined a group you really shouldn't have. I don't know. You get a good old-fashioned one, you're fine. Soon enough, we're approaching our third refill of whiskey. So, kid, how you handling yourself? What could possibly happen to make you move all the way out here for the last semester? Ugh, I don't really want to get into that. Got some baggage, eh? Well, as I told you, Uncle Mo's gonna be here for you. Everything you tell me will stay between the two of us. Your waifu shit, though. Not even a word to, you know? Mo sighs, dropping down into his chair a bit. You can't keep secrets from the one you love, you know. Being honest and upfront is how you build them proper relationships. Aww. Look, okay, this isn't the best artwork, but I love the fact that they tried. I really do. I really love this. I love all of these mods so far. You guys, if anybody who makes these mods see this, you're doing a fantastic job, and I am proud of all of you guys. Nobody watches my shit anyway. I never said I loved Fang, but it felt right somehow. Might be the whiskey, might be the talk of relationships and futures, or it might be more. This is probably the closest thing to love I've ever felt for someone 3D. I'll tell her someday. Don't let it linger for too long, you hear, kid? Yes, boss. That's my boy. Now tell Uncle Bo what's been bothering ya. The whiskey loosens my lips, and I end up telling him about everything in between, inebriated slurring and explaining some Korean cooking for him lingo. Mo nods, taking it in, interjecting with a few comments every now and again. Oddly enough, I don't feel judged. It's comforting to let it all out to someone, even if it's my boss. You're fired, kid. After that, I don't remember much except for waking up on a couch in the back room with a headache tucked under a well-worn blanket. I'm glad Mo's taken a liking to you. He's a great man. Now, what was that about feeling something for someone 3D? My alarms go off and I'm getting dangerously close to revealing my power level. It just means that Come on now, brain, work with me for once. It just means that I really like you? She looks a little bit flustered. Yet, she doesn't look disgusted or angered, only happy. This is the time. I take a deep breath, push away my fears. This is as good a time as any to say it. Mo has given me the courage. Now it's up to me. I love you, Fang. Please stay by my side. These last few months have been some of the best in my life, even with all their ups and downs. My heart drums about as hard as a Cole Fillin solo. Raptor Jesus, what if she doesn't feel the same? Oh, I love the hugs. I do. I adore the hug animations. I love you too, dweeb. But if you tell anyone that I told you that, I will end you. She snuggles up against my shoulder, taking another deep drag as she drapes her wing around me. I was wondering when you were going to say it. You were waiting for it? Yeah, no shit, dude. We like hearing that. It's almost like girls hearing that we love... Isn't it weird that a girl would like hearing I love you from her fucking boyfriend? You are fucking dense. Men that listen to this, take heart. If you actually love your girlfriend, and it's obvious If she loves you, fucking say it. It's fine. Laughing it off, she looks up at me, smiling while holding onto my arm. I hope things will keep on keeping on. We stand there in silence for a while, enjoying our quiet time together. I feel safe next to her. Ding, dong, bing, bong. We extinguish our cigarettes and start to head back to our classes, biting adieu to the promise that we'd spend lunch in the auditorium so that the band could work on something for the open mic night. Soon enough, I'm walking through the hallways toward the auditorium with my chicken and curry baguette. I feel a lot less sluggish today. I might even be on my way to recovering. My entire everything still feels sore, but at least I can keep my eyelids open. The band's already started practicing. Fang waves at me as I enter. Reed looks up, locking eyes with me. Hey! So, dude, what'd you think of this? Turn it up to hear it. It's very interesting. You're sure to captivate your audience. I told you our audience will love it. I'm fairly sure that wasn't what Anon said. So hey, you look less like a zombie today. How is your gummy vitamin and microwave dinner diet going? Are you getting your daily dose? Thanks, Doc. I'm taking care of myself. Are you looking forward to open mic night? Open mic night? Yeah, we're starting to nail our opening act. I can hear that. Reed's getting really creative. Trish will rein him in. Raptor Jesus in heaven, you're murderizing that intro. Let it rest in peace and let's move on. Dude, please let me practice my art. It's not art. It's manslaughter. Put down those drumsticks, Reed. Let's have a short break. Thanks for the feedback, my man. So what do you think we can improve? We've got a bit of an impasse here. I think we can finish up our lunch and not bother Anon. Nah, the dude's a cool caper. He'll just tell us his brain can't handle all of this mojo. Yeah, it sounds... Trish looks over to me, raising an eyebrow. Like you've got a bit of work left to do, but it's got potential. Maybe go easier on the drums. Trish draws a sigh of relief before perking up and changing the subject. By the way, you didn't finish up yesterday. How'd the rest of your week go with Mose? Oh yeah, regale us with your thrilling tales. I could use a short break. Us artists can't hog the spotlight all the time, right? You need a breather so you can do a fresh take for sure. Fuck me, well then. So, picking up where we left off Wednesday. I could just end it right now, but fuck it, I'll keep going. Tonight's the night. Fang and her family are coming to the restaurant tonight. Meanwhile, I'm busy sweating bullets while desperately trying to hold on to my last strands of sanity. Ripley is going to tear me into shreds if I so much as slip for a nanosecond. Hopefully Mo will be able to handle him. The other tables have gone well so far, a lot better since the time the two ladies came in. I shudder at the prospect of spurging out as bad as that time ever again. Then my phone buzzes. Hey. We'll be there in 5. This is actually a nice sized little thing. Alright, Dad, please. Don't embarrass me in there. Be kind to him. I'll treat him like he deserves to be treated. Now, dear, be nice and don't make a scene. The hulking mass of overprotective father grunts disapprovingly. A quick glance from his wife makes him soften up, though. All right, for the sake of keeping the peace at Moe's. The saccharine sweetheart tugs at her husband's shirt. Saccharine? Saccharine's sweetheart tugs at her husband's shirt a bit so that he lowers his head and gives him a peck on the cheek. Oh, they're so cute. Thank you, dear. High-speed cameras might have spotted the tiny smile and a slight blush, but it's invisible to the naked eye. Aw. He's a very good husband. I can see that the errands have gathered outside. Fang and her parents seem to be having some sort of argument. Meanwhile, Nazer seems to be doing his best to stay out of it as he stares at his phone. Smart move. Hey boss, the errands have arrived. A muffled voice coming from the back rooms responds. Aight, give him a warm welcome. Bring out the ultimate breadsticks and fancy water. Got it, boss. The doorbell rings as Fang pushes open the door and enters, bringing her family along behind her. Welcome to Moe's. How can I serve you this evening? Stifling a chuckle, Fang responds in a similar manner. We'd like a table for 4. We called and set up a reservation earlier with a Moe's. Mouse? Alrighty, right this way. This does look like a cozy little restaurant. I would not mind eating here. The restaurant is packed tonight, since the retirement home's annual words. Yet, a small sign with reserved is kept for the best table free. Mo had taken some old folks to the back rooms to talk about it when they just ignored the sign and sat down. After that, we had no issues. Seeing them to the table, I pull out their chairs. They grab their seats as I scurry off to fetch breadsticks and fancy water. Fancy just meant that we had actually cooled it instead of taking it directly from the tap. I pass Mo in the hall as I go to fetch everything. You doing well, kid. I'm heading out to greet our guests. Come grab a seat when things have cooled down a bit. Tony can hold the fort for a while. Sure, boss. Thanks, boss. Hey, Tony. Mo said that I could grab a seat with Fang and her family for a while. You fine holding the fort? Alright, kid. Take it easy. I'll call for you when I need you. Thanks. Tony gives me a pat on the back and he nods and sends me off. Kid's fucking hopeless. Picking up the basket of appetizers and the carafe, I head back out. With every fossil from the retirement home having already been served, I've got a window to just spend some time with Fang and her family. Approaching the table, I manage to listen in on the end of their conversation. A good lad, working hard. He'll take good care of her. You don't need to be so hard on him. He needs to learn how to be a man. Times are different now. You don't need to be forging in fire like we's got. Cut him some slack and he'll grow into it. As I come closer, Mo turns around. Now, grab a seat. We just talking about ya. Mo pulls out a vacant chair from the nearby table, nearly scaring the elderly occupants into choking on their spaghetti, then places it in front of me. Putting down the breadsticks and carafe, I grab a seat. So, Anon, how are you liking it here so far? Uncle Mo's great to have around, right? You're flattering me. He's really been helping me through things. I never thought I could fit into a wagey life. Wagey? This was a bearable existence. I'm having fun. It's been great. Exhausting, but great. My daughter's boyfriend a waiter. How great. I can't wait to see your future plans. Gripping his glass with his massive fist, I can hear the tension as it starts to crack while he stares at my neck with a malicious intent. Thankfully, Mo puts a hand on his, pushing the glass back down on the table as Ripley loosens his grip. Hey, it's a good job, Rip. Don't be so hard on him. We all gotta put on our time. The kid's got lots of life left to figure it out. I think you're doing great. See, you're not completely spurging out is nice change. Mo laughs a hearty laugh, slapping me on the shoulder. If it wasn't for the fact that I was used to it and was bracing myself, I'd be sprawled out over the table, face down, covered in breadsticks and sliced lime. See, Uncle Mo knows how to beat some sense into him. One of these days, you might get one of these of your own. Mo points to his hat. Both he and the gang all have identical ones. Was it some sort of rite of passage to get your own Gooner hat? I'm looking forward to it. I'll do my best, boss. Where'd you pick up talking like that? It's all part of the work, Lucy. All part of being on this here team. Lord have mercy. Forget about it. Don't you worry too much, little Lucy. I'll take good care of your boyfriend. Fang turns away with an embarrassed look on her face, muttering something inaudible. So, what are your actual plans after graduation? Everyone stops to look at me. Time slows to a crawl. Their expectations are enormous. My heart is put on the scale for judgment. Shitposting and drifting around in society without drawing attention to myself wouldn't cut it as an answer. Is that still what I want to do with my life? Meeting the gang, getting to know them, being part of something? Finding Fang? It's been changing me into something new. I don't know what I want to do. But I like doing this. Mo looks at me with a glint in his eye. I'm good at this. Ripley looks scrutinizingly at me, but Samantha gives him a stern glance, making him ease off for a moment. Good answer. You've grown up more than I thought. Ripley puts a hand on my shoulder reassuringly, though his forced smile tells me that there's a risk that he would collapse my upper torso with just this one hand had Samantha and Mo not been here. What'd I tell you, Rip? Mo once again pulls Ripley off me. Give the kid some slack. All of a sudden, Mo got sharpness in his eyes that I hadn't seen before. Ripley shrinks, rests his arm on the table, and returns looking at the menu. The small talk resumes, and I get back to talking with Fang and Nazer about what they have been up to, while Mo chats with Samantha. Ripley sits in silence for a while before he returns to talking to Mo as if I'm not even here. Fang tells me that she's been relaxing and writing songs, as Reed and Trish were so busy that they haven't been really hanging out all together. Nazer's been working on his ride. He had ordered some parts by mail that Ripley helped him install. The evening passes, and all too soon Tony comes to ask me for some aid with the bills and cleaning off the tables, so Mo shoos me off. Fang shoots me a thumbs up and winks. Go get him. Bada bing! Bada boom. Bada boom! God, I haven't said that in years. Fang smiles quickly, fades as her eyes narrow, and I walk away chuckling. Cleanup is routine by now. Helping the fossils with the checks doesn't take much time at all. Bringing the dishes out to the kitchen where Polly's loading the dishwasher goes quickly. This looks like a nice little restaurant. Mo calls me back out to the restaurant. The errands are just about to leave. We say goodbye, then Fang leans in for a quick kiss. A stern glare from Ripley makes me lean out, perfectly dodging it. The slow motion boost I get gives me time to run off into the kitchen before he can get his hands on me. Swooshing past Tony, dragging the heavy bundle through the hall, I meet Polly in the kitchen and help him finish up the last dishes. Mo is out in the restaurant, eyeing through the bills and counting the register. Hey, kid, come out of the kitchen and I'll show you something or two. On my way, boss. Hanging out at my apron on the hook by the swinging doors, I come back into the restaurant. This Dev is doing a really good job with this. Here, let me show you how we finish the day. Mo starts going through how we do it. How we count the bills, how to reset the register, how we add some extra orders in case we missed any, and how to refill the roll of paper for the receipts. I'm going to have to ask you for a favor. Could you work some overtime tomorrow? Sure, boss. Polly's going to go visit an old friend, and I'm sure he'll be home in time. I'm unsure if he'll be home in time. By the way, Mr. Moose, how about a nothing sit down tonight? I think you need a hearing a little something, you dig? I think we might have to go ahead and I think I might have to go ahead and sleep. Mo's stern look tells me this wasn't just an invitation. Sleep can wait. I'd love to stay a while. That's my boy right there. Finishing up the rest and saying goodnight to Tony and Polly as they leave, we head into the office again. That's where we're actually going to leave it today. So we'll find out about the talk next time. So far, this mod is doing very, very good. I love this mod. So, what mod are you guys looking forward to, and what visual novels would you guys like to see me play? Both adult and non-adult. Now, guys, here's the fun part. If you haven't seen it, Sinfully Pure, my second channel, has non-visual novel games, so you guys can go and enjoy them. So, go check them out, and go check out my Patreon, Subscribestar, and membership on both channels. You guys are awesome as always. Love you all, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Tonight.